All right, so talk about Aaron.
Yeah.
So Aaron's an interesting character. Aaron just wants to get out. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go to temple. He doesn't want to be a Jew. He doesn't want to fight. He wants to find a way to survive and become a sailor. That's what I was supposed to be. I should have been before the Holocaust, which was another thing. And they changed that in Minnesota, and I had to rechange it back. They didn't quite understand that the show of peace was about what should have been. All those six, what they should have become, if there wasn't a Holocaust. If there wasn't a Holocaust, Aaron was supposed to be a sailor and travel to Tahiti, fall in love, and father 13 children that scattered around the world. That was his destiny. But history changes destiny, and memory is only one possibility. Anyway, so Aaron gets caught up, tries to get out, but in trying to get out and surviving, he witnesses the terror and the horror of the pogroms and the initial German slaughtering of Jews with the Eisengruppen going from town to town and killing people. They would dig a ditch, line them up, take a machine gun, and slaughter people. And in trying to get out of Europe, he witnesses much of that at Babi Yar, at Vilna. After that, I had to give him something special, something that was his cry to heaven. And it's a fierce and defiant cry to heaven. In the one piece of music that I wrote, I don't even call it writing, but I said, Roger, after Roger created this incredible train sequence that begins with the conference that they had, the Nazis had, in deciding how we're going to get rid of these Jews. We can't send them here, can't send them there. And you begin to hear the train and the trains coming and coming and coming. And it builds up, and where can we go? What can we do? And that whole huge section is like the relentless rolling of the trains from all over Europe to the 7 death camps, extermination camps that were all in Poland. And at the end of that, I said, Roger, you just can't leave it like that. There has to be that final moment when the trains arrive and what happens, represented in music. He goes, well, you want me to write? I said, no, just to have improvisation of glistening strings that represent the ashes going to heaven, the souls ascending, and that just make it really, just let the musicians take over and let it just be sounds like the sparks from the ovens. And I realized that was the moment when Aaron should come into his own, and Aaron should make his declamation against the forces of evil, the forces of hate that led to this. And so he has this statement that he yells over the glistening strings, damning the Germans, damning their depravity, and wishing them the fiercest fires from hell for the Nazis, not the Germans, really, the Nazis, now and forever, to burn in hell for what they've done. And that's his moment. Of course, he has a great moment at the end when he comes and he sees that even with all his good work, he goes with the Russians and liberates his sister, but it's just a moment too late. But he does save the future. He does save the baby. And Sarah gives him the baby. She can be all that she should be. As we all should be all that we should be, without hate, without intolerance, without labels. And we should wear our religions proudly and our symbols proudly.